Hello Giants fans, welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. The Giants lost to the Marlins 6-3 today, and they had a pretty good start from Jordan Hicks, who went 5 innings allowing 2 runs. But unfortunately, Hicks wasn't able to pitch really deep into the game, so they had to go to their bullpen in the 6th inning. And in total, they only put up 3 runs on a home run from Matt Chapman. Also, that there was an RBI double from Wilmer Flores and an RBI single later in the game by Lamont Wade Jr. And with Matt Chapman's homer, you know, he was the guy that there were a lot of questions on him as to how well he'll be able to keep up his performance. I mean, he was one of those guys that was considered a top free agent, but it really had to be taken as a given that whatever team signed him, there would be some sort of a risk there, and that there really was no getting around that. And it's the same way for the Giants, but what we have seen is his power. Home run hitting ability was something that it really showed itself for him, his ability to hit for power, like from the start of the season, and today we saw him hit another jack. So that's something that's been in place for Matt Chapman. It is definitely a positive there. But the Giants took their bullpen into a 2-2 tie going into the 6th inning, but Ryan Walker couldn't hold it. 3 earned runs scored against him, and the Giants weren't able to mount the comeback. And it's definite that as far as their bullpen, like on the back end, it's definite that Camilo Doval's performance yesterday was really, really good, coming in, getting 4 outs, because he was not even able to warm up properly. Some kind of miscommunication between Bob Melvin and the bullpen when he called for Doval. He really wasn't actually warmed up, but he still was able to come in and get 4 outs. And that's really what it was, the key for the Giants to winning that 1-run game yesterday. But I mean, even if you have a good late inning pen and something that is fairly promising there, sometimes when you have to really bridge that gap, and that is going to be key for the Giants in a way, because I'm not entirely aware of how consistently Jordan Hicks will be able to pitch deep into games, and the same thing would go for Blake Snell. I mean, there's plenty of reason to at least have questions on how consistently he's going to be able to pitch deep into games. And so from a middle relief standpoint, that the Giants are going to have guys come in the middle innings and just, you know, be able to work and hold the game when it's close, so that they can take advantage of good starts like the one they got today from Jordan Hicks, but which ended up being wasted because of Ryan Walker's performance. So that's the way it went today against the Marlins, and it's now they've got a split series, one final game against them tomorrow where Keaton Winn will be the starter. After that, they go to play the Arizona Diamondbacks, and really the D-backs were kind of in contention for the division last year, and definitely were a big opponent for the Giants, and just as a team that they face a lot, being in their division and all that, it's time for the Giants to just get this all turned around and really show their dominance over at least the D-backs, even though, you know, doing the same thing against the Dodgers is just going to be much tougher. But at least with the other teams in the National League West, it's if the Giants could show some kind of ability to beat them, that will really give us a good, you know, a good feel for just how well they can keep themselves alive in at least the wild card race, just depending on whether they can just perform well against the teams that they're going to be facing the most. And the D-backs, who obviously they had such a deep playoff run last year, and ultimately they didn't come out with the World Series championship, but it's just such a deep run for them. And I think they're just, they might be a mainstay in contention, so it's really going to be something to see what the Giants can do. But obviously the first step is taking this series against the Marlins, and it really is not one they can afford to lose to a team with as bad of a record as the Marlins have. But it's a chance for Keaton Winn to just get in another good start here. And you know, it's just an area really where all factors of the Giants roster have to come together with nothing going wrong, and that is exactly what they did well yesterday and what they did not do well today. Thank you for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, please leave your questions and comments. You know where to do it. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.